Good evening. We are doing a reading tonight. We did say we were going to do Taylor Williams, the little 5-year-old girl who was murdered. This happened a couple years ago by her mother. She came forward. She wanted her story out. She wanted to be read. And I said, okay, we're going to do this. Okay. So tonight's the night. We have her spirit available. I believe as we do the reading, things will pick up more and more. Okay. Tell me about Taylor Williams. What has happened with Taylor Williams. Investigation done to find her. I believe at the time she was missing, they were trying to find her. Here we go with things going dark again. Wow. She is missing. They were trying to find out where she was, where her body was, what happened to her. Yes. I feel like after her mother did this, she tried to get away. I also feel like she tried to get out of motherhood. Okay. Here we go with the camera doing weird stuff and haunted things, y'all. I see this is going to be a thing here. It is okay. Do your thing, spirits. It's all right. Do what you got to do. You know, you're here. You're here. Scenery is going to change. Videos are going to change. Lighting is going to change. Sounds will change. It is what it is. You know, we're not scared about it. I believe that her mother lied about what happened to her. Lied about things that happened between her and the child. There is verbal abuse. There is abuse. There is a disconnection. There's disconnect where there should be like an emotional attachment to the child. There's a lack of attention, a lack of love between the two. She's unable to do this, okay? What's going on? I do feel she left her alone a lot. And I also feel like she was locked away in a closet or a space when she was so-called bad, y'all. This was kind of a form of punishment. But I believe this went on for a long period of time. The lack of emotional need and communication is very strong. Children need this, okay, from their caretakers. They need communication. They need emotion. They need guidance. It was just not there. Her mother, again, wanted space from this responsibility, this obligation, this need from her child wanting this from her. It was like emotional overload. I just keep getting overload. Her mother could not handle this, okay? She was unable to give her child what she needed. And I'm not talking about physical things. I'm more so talking about emotional things. Things that should come natural to a parent between her and her child. So her mother betrayed her and murdered her, y'all. Okay? As we know, You say, why didn't she tell someone? Why didn't she talk to someone about it? I believe there's like very vague things she may have said or shown to where, hey, I'm having a problem with this, you know? But how do people really help these situations? Many people don't take it very serious at the time, and that's why we have cases like this that we have to talk about. Mental illness and emotional detachment is a real thing. Motherhood is a real thing. Single motherhood especially is a thing. And it should be taken very seriously when these mothers have these types of breakdowns. It should be taken very seriously. Hardly sometimes there was anyone there to watch the child. So again, was she leaving the child alone for long periods of time? I feel so locked in this room. That's really sad. Police involvement. Lots of conspiracy theories of what happened. I did see a couple of videos. I was not impressed by her actions, her mother. I feel this is, again, a narcissistic game that they play, where I want to say she was acting and pretending that she was having these seizures and breakdowns, y'all. It's just an act to get away from the real situation, to detour one's concentration and focus on what really happened to the child, because let her tell it she's the victim. All right? The mother feels I'm the victim. Here we go. This explains so much. Our narcissist, psychopath, sociopath card. Well, no wonder we have issues with emotional attachment, with love, with empathy, with concern. Here we go. Felt that without the child, she would have a new beginning. She would have growth. She would be more prosperous. Financially, she just couldn't do it. Emotionally, she couldn't do it. Mentally, she couldn't do it. She just wasn't in it, you know? I feel she started dabbling in some things, and this kind of escalated her behavior, her thought process, her agitation. She's very agitated with the child. Okay, now I'm getting something. Agitated. She feels the child's out of control, but the child's just doing normal things, y'all. Things children do. It's very overwhelming for her. She's just saying, overload, overload, I can't take it. Scratching her head, trying to keep it all together. She just was not prepared to be a mother. Motherhood is very overwhelming for her. I don't think she knew what she's getting herself into, and most single mothers don't. Not at all. So the child was hurt because of this. When her mother felt very overwhelmed about everything, this is when she would snap into these abusive modes where she would lock the child away. She didn't want to deal with it. So she blamed the child for being the problem, when it's really her with the problem. Okay. Shift blaming. Learning about the case. And again, it's saying more mothers should study about becoming a mother before you actually do it. There's a way to go about it. There's things you need to learn, things you need to know. You need to know how to be a parent. It's not just about telling the child what to do, but it's also about being able to be there emotionally. Okay? She knew she only had a matter of time. I got to get out of this. I've got to get out of this situation quickly. A lot of people were praying for Taylor, you know, her whereabouts, that she was safe, or Let's find her. Let's find out what happened. And there are people who love this child very, very much. And again, there was a lack of love by her mother, but I feel it could be grandparents, someone close to the child really cared for this child and was really concerned because she saw red flags all the time. Again, not reporting things, covering for your children, just saying, no, this cannot be. You cannot do this, all right? Cannot do this. Taylor was having nightmares, trouble sleeping. There were signs. Lack of money. She didn't know what she was going to do, y'all, to support the child, to keep her home, to keep the things that she had. Children are very expensive, as you know. To take care of them properly costs a lot of money. All right. And we know that, especially in this economy. And it was rough. It was rough. All right. This is also what caused her to kind of go to the edge. This is an added stress. It's an added overload, if you will. So things are just being added when she's already overwhelmed. And I get it. Financially, taking care of children these days, y'all, it's enough to be an overload. Okay? I'm so glad I had my children before the pandemic and all of that. I don't know what I would have done. I'm serious. I am serious. I tell these young mothers all the time, I don't know how y'all doing it. I'm for real. There's no way I could have been a single parent then. There's no way. Okay? Politics involved again. We're going into narcissism. Her mother, I feel, has a very selfish energy. She's very controlling. She likes to control situations. So again, she goes into these acts where she's having these convulsions, these seizures, these mental breakdowns. Most of them are very staged and very false. Okay. I'm not saying that this isn't a real thing that parents go through and happens to mothers, because it does. And this particular case, it's just an act. It's an act to get out of a bigger thing, okay? And that is shining the light on what she has done, which is very dark and very demented, I get. I feel there was a time she even wanted to give the child away or wanted services to get involved and just end this for her. This was a nightmare for her, y'all. Her heart just was not into this. It just wasn't. She feels like, I'm still young. This was a bad choice. This is affecting me in such a way that I just don't want to deal with this. I don't want this on my plate. A lot of mothers have these children and then later realize this is not what I want. But it's too late. The child is here. Okay? But there were talks and light actions of saying, hey, let me see if I can get a service involved here where I can just get rid of this burden. Okay, she's a burden. Wow. This happens more than you think, y'all. I got so many cases with this. It's not even funny. It's really not. Okay. This is a thing. Getting rid of the child was a come up for her. It would be a come up. This is her thought process. I can start over. If I want children down the road, I can marry, make better decisions, get myself together financially, get in a position where I can actually, deal with this thing. I just feel like she went about it all the wrong ways. And again, narcissism is not going to have you thinking clear and logically, y'all. So she's doing a lot of crazy stuff that are just bad decisions dealing with the situation. Now, she is a predator. She has this about her. She does prey on people. She preys on their emotions. she preys on the mentally. Also could be financially. I feel that she does lie. She does cheat. She does manipulate. Obviously, she does procreate. Okay? But my thing is, she likes to turn the tables. She's always the victim, no matter what. Wow. One of those types of children, huh, that grow up in, they've been doing this so long that they feel like this is the way. Someone's let her get away with some really bad choices and behaviors, which is why I think she ended up pregnant in the first place. Making all the wrong choices, all the wrong men, manipulating them, using her sexuality, lying, being deceitful. This is what she does, y'all. Something's kind of wrong and twisted in her DNA. Her makeup is what makes her have these disorders. And that's the truth. There's something mentally off. Big time. Lots of hidden secrets. I feel people that have raised her, her parents is what I'm getting, grandparents, have allowed a lot of secrets to be hidden, a lot of behaviors to be hidden, a lot of truths about her to be hidden. And she feels kind of out of place, you know, she feels like she's different. I feel she's even told that she's different. She thinks differently. And I feel like maybe she was bullied or secluded from groups as she was growing up or in school that made her feel even worse about this. So again, there are children with issues, y'all. Okay? They can be, what am I saying here? Inherited. They could be things that develop down the road. They need to be dealt with, though, for sure. Not just hidden and swept under the rug and playing like, oh, everything's normal, everything's okay. Which a lot of these suburban lives do. And then when this gets crazy like this down the road, now you're like on the news and everybody's knowing about what's really been going on. The little girl has definitely transitioned. Her mother felt like getting her out the way would give her a rebirth, okay? That is the silver lining. Also, Taylor was developing issues from the abuse from her mother's actions. She was also getting traits of pulling away emotionally, not expecting the unexpected, which is just normal interaction. Attention, closeness, nurturing. She was also learning to cut these emotions off because she felt like, why am I expecting something I'm never going to get? All right? Me wanting this is bad. Me wanting attention, closeness. This is so sad. And yes, we know what her mother did to her. She is in prison for it, y'all. She felt she would get a victory from doing this. I don't feel like she felt like she would ever be found out. She's smarter than everyone. She's clever. She's so manipulative. She feels like, I'm going to get away with this scot-free. The little girl is in fear. I feel she is locked away somewhere dark, wanting things to come out to the light, wanting help, wanting someone to come to her aid. How long did you have this little girl locked away? This is so sad. We need more grandparents that kick the doors down, y'all. Absolutely. Corruption is involved. What was she doing? Some really strange things, y'all, to get money. I would not be surprised if she was making money by manipulating men, if you know what I mean. Where was the father in this little girl's life? This was very much needed. This could have changed a lot of things had he had stepped in and stepped up to the plate. I think he suspected neglect and also weird behaviors the mother was doing to the child. Also, I want to look into a possibility of him wanting to get custody of her or taking over parental rights, if you will. But I just really feel in this reading, I don't feel like he stepped up the way he should have stepped up. A lot of things were let go for too long. But again, she's very manipulative, y'all, now. Saying, listen about Taylor's story, y'all. There was a helper. I feel like some female that tried to step in. We're probably talking about a grandmother here. Maybe an aunt. It's definitely a female in the family that said too much is too much. Okay? And enough is enough. I think she noticed and witnessed some things, definitely was aware of some type of abuse that had to be going on in that home with her mother and Taylor. Okay, this is what her mother does. Again, I feel like she's, well, sexual. She manipulates men, possibly was getting paid for this. Okay. Very odd person, odd case. The mother is just strange. She thinks strange. Again, narcissism does not think like logically, normally. They find crazy solutions out of things, all right? I feel, again, she did want to try to use the system to get rid of the child. She did not want to give the child to the father, which is very odd to me, and I wonder why. I don't know if it's like, you're not going to win. It's some kind of game to her. Some kind of get back to the father as well. But she's not thinking straight. That's for sure. Taylor wants her blind justice. There's a lot of secrets. You keep hiding her in these closets, in these rooms that are locked. I don't appreciate that at all. Why? Some form of punishment, control. You do as I say, things go my way. That's it. This is a form of mental control. Cause the child to suffer, to submit. There's no communication really between her and the child. When there was, it was just yelling and her saying things, you know, abusive to the child. She's very abusive. That's what I get. Taylor's spirit does want war. It's very unjustified what happened to her. Again, locked away, possibly bound, done by dark forces. Abuse, abuse, abuse is what I get. Verbal, physical, emotional. Lots of blame shifting. This is your fault. Look what you've done. And take the time to look at yourself, huh? All right. Let's go into our... I don't know if I want to do the killer cards because we already kind of know what's... But I don't see why not. Let's do a couple of those. See where it kind of steers us to. It might steer us somewhere. All right. The lighting, y'all. I'm just saying. These spirits love to play with electrical things. Cameras, lights. It's always going to be off, y'all. Just had to get used to it. social media. Maybe she was posting strange things, pictures, trying to make like the child's life was so happy, the home life was so happy. Oh no, 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 no. Already interviewed the killer. There's a lot of things being covered up too. Lies. Important details are not being revealed to the public. Wonder what they're hiding. If she gets out, she'll do this again. She's not fit to be a mother. No way, shape, or form. Premeditated murder. Killer planned out the details. Yeah, she had been wanting this little girl gone, y'all. Killer's provider who tracks a specific type. She's manipulative. So, yeah, she tracks a certain type that she can control, manipulate. Maybe children, people who are weak. And she definitely thinks men are weak. Victim or victim's family. Of course they know who did it. The mother. Jealousy. She was jealous of the child. The attention. She got more than her. We've heard this many times. She wanted all the attention. Additional evidence is at the scene of the crime. So there's more evidence at the scene of the crime. You gonna give me some light, Taylor? I need some light to do the video. Additional evidence is at the crime scene. Okay. This case will remain unsolved until key evidence is discovered. Okay, so a lot of things are being hidden. A lot of details the mother's keeping. She's not telling it all. She's hiding information. She's still trying to look like the victim who's so overwhelmed that, you know, we should just really pour our hearts out to her. Not a child that was locked away in a room, a closet for long periods of time, crying out, wanting out of there, scared to death. You know, we should just feel sorry for the mom. Not the child at all. Really? I think not. The child was innocent, could not take up for herself. Okay, let's try our other card, y'all. I know I'm gonna get blown away here soon. I know it. But we got to keep the show going. We got to keep having our voices out for these. Okay, this is what we're gonna do the whole video though, Taylor. Really? Okay, it's all right. We're gonna do this the whole. Okay. It's okay, sweetheart. It's okay. Go ahead. Yeah, government involvement. So this also could speak of the military stuff she was involved with. That's very government, y'all. Also, I feel again, she wanted to find ways to rid herself of this burden. I keep getting that. She's not a burden. She's a beautiful child. She really wasn't a bad kid. She just became very needy because, of course, children need emotion and love and support. Other people involved. I feel she told somebody about this. Maybe somebody planned this with her, helped plan her with what to, you know, to get away with it, basically, on what to do. Other people involved, though, y'all. Taylor Williams wanted was a friend. Someone close. Always blackmailing the child. If you don't do this or you don't do what I say, then this happens. This consequence. This is taken from you. You don't get to do this. Form of abuse, form of control. I'm going to tell you this right now. I can't tell you how many times the school system has failed these children. I cannot. The school saw things, knew things. You mean you didn't step up and get involved? This girl wasn't getting no sleep. Ghost. Her mother's just a brat. When she doesn't get her way, she becomes a terrorist. She does really cruel things as forms of revenge and control. Something about water. Maybe evidence was put in the water. Taylor wants justice. You should, hon. You should. I keep seeing you locked in that closet. I am not happy about that. How did the child die? That's acquaintance. I don't know. I feel like the father ain't on the up and up either. No, he ain't. So what? You want to take the child, but you're not even up to the job either. You're not fit for the job either. I know it, Taylor. These readings and these cases, I cannot. The father wasn't fit to take care of Taylor either. She is deceased. Stored somewhere. So was she locked up somewhere? Did this happen in a city? I gotta go back. Stored away. Stored away. She was in somewhere when this happened, y'all. In a room, in a closet. Left in there? No, you didn't. I know I ain't getting what. So her and the father would always have arguments. Who's better for the child? What's better for the child? The father was on some mess too, though. His intentions was not on the up and up either. I have seen these petty arguments between the two. Child's in the middle being used as some kind of pond. Thought you was smart, though. Thought she would escape this random area. Again, he keeps coming up, the father. You know, they're once were together. So sometimes this card just depicts, okay, they were a couple, romantically involved, whatever. Could also say like father, mother. This is really the main issue where this is stemming from too. Fights between the father and mother, petty arguments, disagreements. And the child is just in the middle of all of this. Taking all the heat. Very dysfunctional. Let's see where a knife sharp object might have been used in something. Okay, what's going on with that? I gotta go back and look. I don't feel she had a chance either. The home life was so bad, so dysfunctional. A mess. Once again, just a mess. I know it. Two people just don't need to be parents. It's fine. So I feel like when she would lock her in these rooms, she would like see how she was doing and shut the door. Because I think she kept her in there for long periods of time, y'all. Yeah, her mother did this. All these phone calls and messages of her and the father going back and forth. These petty arguments. A lot of this anger, too, was taken out on Taylor because of the arguments and fights between the father. Had nothing to do with Taylor. Nothing. Like, she didn't deserve that. Y'all got y'all's issues. That should be in between y'all. This happens all the time, though, y'all. I can't tell you how many times. Because the parents or the people taking care of the child is arguing. Here we go. Now the child has to pay. High places involved. Oh, this could be going into some things. Yeah, here we go. Calling each other, leaving messages, arguing. Look up. I feel the mother was left alone with the child a lot, though. Who was going to step in for this child? The school didn't do it. Where in the world are the grandparents? The father, he ain't fit to even take care of himself. And she said, I'm not turning back. I'm going to go through with this because I don't want a child. I don't want a family right now. Okay. Night job. She didn't play with this lighting through the whole video. It's all right, baby girl. You found you something fun to do. Time to pray. Let's pray for her. Yeah, something to do with school. School system, I feel, just totally failed her. They seen things. I can't tell you how many schools have neglected things happening to children that they could have saved their lives. For real, for real. Had they had stepped up and got involved. This is a fact. The system has failed many, many children. Especially schools. Local community. Yes, just failed her. Community failed her. People around her should have been coming in like the Hulk, y'all. You hear me? Alright, let's see what this is here. Trying to get rid of evidence, rid of things. Did you talk to someone about this and y'all made a deal? This is what's going to happen. This is how we're going to do this. I don't trust that father one bit. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's something about him I don't like. And I know when I get a feeling about somebody, I'm not going to sit up here and sugarcoat it. It's something about his energy I don't like. Again, her mother is very manipulative, y'all. Very. Let's see here. Some kind of deal made. Yeah, playing games, not telling us everything. She was locked away in those rooms, y'all. And her mother felt like she got a success from this. This happened in the city. Cracks will appear. She hid her somewhere for a long period of time. I don't know why I feel like it's in a room or closet. Did you starve this girl too? Y'all, I have not really went into this case. I'm just doing the reading. I know very, very briefly. All I know is the names, that her mom was in the military. That's all I know. That's, you know. Yeah, you hit her somewhere when they were looking for her. That's sad, okay? I know it, Taylor. Battle within, trying to figure out, what did I do wrong to deserve this? You didn't do nothing wrong, sweetheart. Left her alone in that house, y'all. They were searching for her. But she had already been long gone. And your mama was lying about where you was. She knew the whole time where you was. Wow. Shot in the dark. Doubt. A lot of people kind of figured this wasn't going to go very well. It wasn't going to go well. We knew. When we saw that video of her having that seizure. Fake seizure, y'all. That things was going to take a left turn. Okay. Now, this last card means something to me. This depicts the mother and the father. This double duo. I wonder if they both have knowledge or both were involved with this plan. You didn't want the child, you shouldn't have had the child, okay? Look, more than one person. And in this picture, it depicts, I see a male and a female. These other cards, it's happened in the past. See her gravestone. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I don't know why y'all keep getting starvation. Or days and periods she probably did not feed this child. This child was heavily neglected during these punishments. If they were punishments, forms of control, you know. And her mother yelling, saying, you know, you go in that room, locked her in there. Could be closet room. Because she wasn't doing what she wanted her to do. Things wasn't going her way. Blame shifting is a real thing, y'all. Blaming the child for the poor decisions she has made in her life. Things that have happened to her. Taking this out on the child. And this child wanted hope in this situation. She wanted to see the light. Things getting better. Receiving love and care from her mother. She wanted to be close to her mother, but she knew this was something that would never happen. I'm so sorry, Taylor. The father, I feel, wasn't any better to take care of her or equipped to do a better job. Maybe a little better, because this is some pretty dark stuff I'm getting with her and the mother. But I just don't feel financially he would have been able to. He wasn't no better, y'all, as a choice for, you know, her to be taken care of the way she needs to be taken care of. Another child failed once again. And especially by the system. I believe the school knew things, saw things, heard things. No one really got involved the way they should have gotten involved. A lot of things are being hidden, including this child. It's just, I feel like what led her to her demise is being hidden in a room or something for a long period of time. This time it just went too far. But her mother knew what she wanted to do. She knew the plan. It had to go too far. That was the plan. The final plan of, I'm not turning back. I'm going through with this. This is enough. It's enough for me. It's a burden, she's saying. This happens so often, you guys, more than you could ever imagine. I do so many of these cases with this same thing. It's a little different. All the readings are a little different. Different situations, different children, different homes and stuff like that. But it's pretty much kind of going down the same road, if you will, where these parents are not equipped to be parents. The mothers cannot attach themselves. They have bad traits. They don't want the children. It shows. And people don't step in to save these poor children from these demises. It's sad. I cannot. Not again. I don't know what to say. I want to go back and study some more on this case tonight. Yeah, I know, Taylor. I don't know what to say, sweetheart. I'm just a loss for words. I do these cases so much. I'm just a loss for words. I want to go back and study the case a little more, because I have very brief information, y'all. I did not have time to go into this because I was doing Baby Jane Doe of St. Louis. That one just blew my wig back. And I want to go back and see the details and see if this reading matches up with a lot of things. And I'm so sorry, Taylor. There's no words. There's no words for me to tell you how sorry I am. You have our love. You have our empathy, our sympathy. Please, please know that. And I hope that your mother, I know she's your mother, but I hope she does pay for what she has done. And that the light will be shown on the truth of what happened with you and your case. Because she's hiding and lying about a lot of things. And again, she is very manipulative, y'all, especially with men. So we got like another, I guess, Casey Anthony thing kind of brewing, you know. Except in this case, your mom is not going nowhere. Okay, because there are differences here, and I'm not going to state them on this video, but listen, we know how the system works, y'all. And I don't feel your mother's going to walk. But it's really sad, and there's a lot of evidence against her, too, that is going to come out as time goes. And whoever planned this with her or helped her to plan this is going down as well, because if she goes down, trust and believe that other person is going down, y'all. So we will have more information about whoever was collabing with her about this. And starvation, neglect is a real thing. But but I want to go back and see more details, see what exactly happened here. And I know that did happen during the abuse, but I want to see what really happened to lead to her demise. I do know that happened, though. She is abused and left in those rooms with nothing to eat sometimes. Form of control, y'all. Form of control. I'm so over it. Taylor Williams, I thank you so much for your spirit coming forward tonight. We will say a quick prayer for you, sweetheart, that you get your justice. And I'm so sorry that this happened to you. You are in a better place. You are being loved. You are being hugged. You are getting all of that attention that you long for here, that you did not get on earth, from the angels. And I'm just so glad we have that for the children. I'm so glad that that is there and available. Whatever is lacking in this world, there is a higher power, a higher place that has so much love in it that it's just so much to go around. You know what I mean? And so many of you children that have been cheated out of that here in this physical plane are just being overwhelmed on the other side with so much love and so much protection. And I just love it. I love it so much. And I'm glad that you're there receiving the safety and love now that you deserve. Okay? And again, I thank you so much for coming forward, helping with the reading and your spirit, and even playing with the camera the whole time. But it's okay. We still are just happy that you were here during the reading, and I'm having a great time. All right. All right, y'all. Once again, I'm going to have to just go cry my eyes out and look into this and try to get some rest for myself. I thank you guys for watching. I thank Taylor Williams for coming forward. May she have a beautiful, beautiful night. Y'all know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching all of the videos and helping with all the cases. So now you want to change the scenery. Sorry. Helping with all the cases and just becoming very active and supportive. Thank you so, so much. Love you guys. Love Taylor. May we keep her in our hearts and our prayers and not have a heart of revenge, but a heart of forgiveness and understanding, and letting the higher power deal with what needs to be dealt with, okay? And may y'all have a wonderful night. Good night. And good night, Taylor Williams. May you be blessed.